In the forgotten town of Hollowridge, there stood a mansion that people only whispered about. A mansion known as the Blackwell House. Locals claimed it wasn't haunted by a spirit, but by a window that never stayed closed. Alex Turner, a 27-year-old historian, arrived there on a cold, fog-drenched evening. He believed in history, not in tales of ghosts. But as he stepped inside, the air felt heavy, almost alive. Every corner of the mansion was covered in dust, frozen in time, except for one thing: the second-floor window. Its wooden frame was clean. The glass was spotless. It looked maintained. Alex frowned. "Who the hell cleaned this?" he muttered. Night fell faster than he expected. As Alex sat downstairs reviewing old records, a sudden sharp sound echoed through the house. Click. Then a faint whisper drifted down the staircase. "Don't close me." Alex's heartbeat stilled. He stared up toward the darkness above. Again, this time softer, closer. "I can see you." A chill crawled over his skin. He grabbed his flashlight and slowly climbed the stairs. The wood groaned under each step, as if warning him not to go any further. At the top, the hallway was ice-cold. And there it was. The window. Half open, gently rocking, as if invisible hands had touched it moments ago. Alex stepped closer, his breath trembling. "Who's there?" he whispered. And then, the window whispered back, "I see you." The light from his flashlight shook in his hand. Inside the glass, he saw it. A pale, distorted face staring back at him. But the room behind him was empty. The face was inside the reflection. Alex stumbled backward, nearly falling down the stairs. The whisper followed him, crawling down the walls. "Don't close me." He reached the bottom, heart pounding. But the voice was still there, soft, begging, breathing. That night, Alex couldn't sleep, because every time he closed his eyes, he saw the window staring back at him. Alex didn't sleep that night. Every time he closed his eyes, he heard the same faint tapping, like fingernails brushing softly against glass. By sunrise, he had convinced himself that it was just his imagination. But deep inside, he knew it wasn't. Determined to understand the mansion's past, Alex climbed to the attic, a place untouched for nearly a century. Dust floated in the dim light like silent ghosts. Old trunks, broken furniture, and forgotten memories filled the room. He opened the first trunk, only to find letters and journals belonging to Eleanor Blackwell, the last resident of the mansion. Most entries were normal. Talk of daily life, guests, weather. But then, one sentence stopped Alex cold. "I fear the window watches me. It whispers at night. I cannot close it any more." Alex swallowed hard, and continued reading. Another entry. "It shows me her. The girl in the glass." His breath tightened. Who was her? Digging deeper, Alex found an old, yellowed photograph. Eleanor Blackwell stood beside the same window, smiling stiffly. But beside her stood a maid, a young woman with hollow eyes, skin pale as candle wax, and a smile that didn't belong to the living. On the back of the photograph, someone had written, "Marion." The girl trapped between worlds. A sudden coldness swept across Alex's neck, a breath that wasn't human. He turned instantly. No one. The attic door slammed shut with a violent bang, as if someone or something wanted him to stay inside. Heart racing, Alex rushed downstairs. But the moment he reached the hallway, everything changed. The air was colder than last night. His breath fogged. The lights flickered. And then he saw it. The window. It was now fully open. Wide, waiting, watching. On the floor beneath it lay a small shard of glass, shaped like a human fingernail. Alex bent down slowly. The whisper filled the hallway again. Louder this time. Clearer. Hungry. "She closed me. So I closed her." He froze. Something moved behind him. A faint shift of shadow. He turned toward the window. Inside the glass, the pale woman, Marian, stood silently, staring at him through the reflection. Her mouth never moved, but the whisper did. "Let me see you." The glass cracked, a long, jagged fracture stretching like a hand. Alex stepped back in terror. A shadowy hand pressed against the inside of the window, pushing, clawing, trying to come out. He stumbled into the nearest room and slammed the door shut. But even behind the wooden door, the whisper slid through the cracks like cold smoke. "Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me!" Alex hadn't eaten, hadn't slept, hadn't even stepped close to the staircase since last night. But something inside the mansion, something behind that window, kept pulling him back. By noon, he made a decision. He needed answers. Real answers. He climbed the stairs slowly, each step echoing through the silent mansion. The hallway felt different, like the air had thickened, like the house was holding its breath. The window stood wide open. Sunlight poured through it, but the light didn't feel warm. It felt conscious, alive. Alex raised his hand and touched the glass. The world snapped. The hallway vanished, replaced by an endless black room, filled with floating pieces of broken reflections. Every fragment showed a different scene. Eleanor crying, Marian screaming, hands pounding, faces begging, shadows pulling. A voice whispered behind him, "She took my place, and now you must take hers." Alex spun around. Marian stood there, transparent, her edges flickering like dying candle flames. Her eyes were deeper than shadows, emptier than death. He whispered, trembling, "Why are you trapped?" Marian lifted her pale, shaking hand. The reflections around them shook violently. "She closed the window on me, while I was inside the reflection. She locked me here. I can never leave." Alex stepped back. "Then why me?" The shards of reflection shifted, surrounding him. "Because the window needs someone. It cannot stay empty. The world on this side is hungry." The fragments began pulling toward Alex, gently at first, then violently, like invisible hands grabbing his arms, legs, and throat. He fought to breathe. Marian whispered, "You're already chosen." The dark room cracked open, a shattering explosion of sound, and Alex was yanked backward into reality. He crashed onto the wooden hallway floor, gasping, sweating, shaking. The window behind him screeched, a sound like metal grinding on bone. Shadows twisted inside the glass, forming a face. Not Marian's. His. Alex stared in horror. Inside the window's reflection, his own face screamed silently, pounding desperate fists against the other side of the glass. He touched his chest. He was breathing, but his reflection wasn't. It was trapped. Forever. The whisper drifted out of the window. "Calmer now." Almost satisfied. "I can still see you, Alex. I always will." The last thing Alex saw, before running out of the Blackwell house forever, was his own reflection inside the window, begging him not to leave.